Hello YouTube, welcome back to RuskiWeldFab. Welcome back to Snetterton. Yeah, Snetterton again. I thought I'll give it another shot and look at the weather. The weather is brilliant. So I'm here, obviously in NOVI. I didn't kill it this season, so why not? And the mighty PINDERWAGEN. Nigel is a good friend of mine. And yeah, so I'm actually really looking forward to going in this car properly as a passenger, because he's done a few sort of rides before with me and they were kind of short-lived. But today we're just gonna have a little bit of fun. But also what I'm doing today, and actually some of you guys might find it interesting, is a company in Taiwan that make all sorts of GPS related sort of products. They reached out to me and they were like, hey, you're a racing driver, right? And I'm like, yeah, last time I checked, I kind of was. And they were like, how about you test one of those things? It's a 8000 GT GPS lap timer. This is a pre-production version, so I feel a little bit of privilege. Yeah. Anyways, what I found mostly interesting is when they kind of approached me, they said it's 25 Hertz refresh rate. Not refresh rate, but you know, it's 25 Hertz. If you know that your phone is 1 Hertz, basically means like down to 1 meter. I don't really know all the details of how the Hertz work, but sort of usual GPS lap timers, they are 10 Hertz. You can get one that is 20 Hertz, 25 Hertz. Theoretically, that should be extremely precise. So I'm gonna do a quick unboxing of this gizmo, maybe in the studio, just to show you what comes in the package and whatnot. So yeah, I haven't even switched it on yet. I literally just brought the box because I only got it a couple of days ago, because I told them I'm here at Snetterton for 2 days. Today actually is RMA track day, which is a racing day effectively, because you can overtake on the left and the right. And tomorrow we are with Track Obsession, and there's a few more mates coming, and just literally just a bit of a fun day out, testing a few things and obviously filming some content for you guys. Yeah, it's not a usual sight. Usually that thing works absolutely flawless, but he said they're checking things. But yeah, tarmac is pretty slippery. Not as bad as last time I was here, but it's still pretty slippery. So I'm Air once, already done a little sort of taster to see what it's like. Should be all right, should be all right. We're not racing, we're not chasing any uptimes. And I want to put a disclaimer. Yes, I'm testing this. This is sort of official, and yes, it's a track day. I'm testing the functionality. I'm testing how it performs in real world scenarios. I'm not planning to time anything competitively. That's my disclaimer. Don't time it, not allowed. Use test days or enter time attack. All right, enough chit chat. Let's go out and see if we can put a bit more heat and tires, and then I'll show you what this thing is all about. That's a good one! nicely. Nigel was tweaking some of his fueling, you know, the usual race car stuff. And now they're changing the tires. They want Michelin PS4 because it was wet. And now they're going on to their Rezas, and I'm gonna follow him in this and finally see how they kind of compare. I mean, it's not a competition, not a very close one. I expect this thing to win, in all honesty.
No, don't be making excuses before we've even been on track. He should be quicker, that's way lighter than mine, got more aero. He'll give us time attack.
Yeah, but you know, but it's you driving this. You have years and years of experience and development. This thing is very, very fresh. Anyways, yeah,
We should
I don't
have some
know.
good close laps.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. So. This was so much fun. I forgot how much fun it is actually driving with mates in similar kind of pace cars. Yeah, that was incredible. Nigel isn't running on full boost, something to do with the fueling. So push the button, it doesn't really sort of function. So effectively, he was running on the same 1.6 bar, similar to mine. Yeah, I think I have more grip in corners. Could be because of tires, maybe because of aero. On a straight, they're literally identical. But what I want to try and do now is actually test the lap timer. Let's put it in the car. So installing it into your car should be fairly simple because the kit comes with a suction mount. So you can put it into your windscreen. I'm not going to do that because what I have is a bunch of GoPro gizmo thingy bobs and we don't want it on the screen. Timer has thread at the bottom and on the side. Yeah, so let's switch it on. Boost GT starting up. So you go into, it's a 3.5-inch screen. In all honesty, they advertise it as a large screen. That's not large. I mean, that is large. That's what, 7 something. But in all honesty, I mean, you don't really need it that big. So, circuit, race, challenge, custom, practice, because we're not racing. That is really cool. Look, it immediately comes up because obviously GTS is up. It came up with what circuit we are at. So we put into circuit, yeah, Snetterton 300, track time, and then we have compare, beacon width, lap time freeze, mini lap time, set session time. I mean, it's all good. Okay, so that, and then we press this button to start. Set proper beacon width to get accurate timing results. During the press. Ready! So yeah, I mean, I've not used it before, so I would assume as soon as you start going by GPS, it will know the coordinates where the start-stop line is, and usually they work on a certain speed. Like for example, Garmin, if you reach above 20, and then it starts sort of counting as your lap. So this thing is ready, battery is fully charged. Go and do a couple laps and see what it tells us. So surprise, surprise, the lap timer does work. It basically is showing the same lap time as the Garmin, so it's somewhat accurate, if Garmin is accurate. Wasn't concentrating obviously on the lap time, but it comes with a really sort of full of features, let's say, app, and also web-based sort of software and stuff. And also, if you get a pro subscription or something like that, you can actually have like a proper analyzing sort of application where you analyze all of your sort of G data and stuff like that. So I think there's nothing else I can really test with it. It's basically, we got some data, we know it works, the battery seems to be working. Obviously, I mean, I only use it for an hour or so. So at home I need to pull the data out and study and show you how it works. But in other news, PINDERWAGEN, CV joint, gone. Novichok, black flagged for noise. Yes. So the only solution that I see is I'm gonna fabricate some kind of shield to go around the exhaust. You remember how in the old video, in one of the previous videos, I made the exhaust come out from the side so I don't suffocate from exhaust gases. Definitely work on that front, but made the car a little bit louder, so it's been triggering 95, 96 decibels. We need to bring it out to 93. So I reckon aluminium heat shield like that. Bob's your ankle. Did you know there is a race shop right next to Snetterton? And what a place this is. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to sort of film on the inside, but they have some proper good machinery like tube chassis, and they do everything, welding and stuff. they effectively, this is for you guys. So if you're at Snetterton and you have a problem, they actually rent out DB killers. Unfortunately, it would not work on my exhaust, but it's kind of specific for normal, where you have a stick out. Mine, you see, really flat. So I told them my solution, what I think is going to work, and they basically said they did something similar before, so it will work. So they're just doing a few bits and pieces, then I'll swing the car around and we'll fabricate something. I know how much you like the fabrication videos. So from here, so until 5 or 6,
Yeah,
so like that.
Yeah, I would say 60 mil, so 100,
Yeah,
100 mil,
Yeah.
100 mil, then down
Literally until here, so
to
like that.
there too, so
So
116, 660.
And I mean, look at that, workshop Golf. Who would have thought? Right next to Snetterton. Fully electric.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, brilliant.
And this thing, fully electric as well. That aluminium chassis and everything. Something to think about. You don't mind, do you?
No. One of these days there'll be a solution. But, not today, maybe. Yeah?
Look at that.
Yeah?
Fucking beautiful.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
You put,
I have rivets and yeah,
You
3,
can do
4
that?
rivets. Yeah.
Yeah?
I have
Okay.
everything. Yeah.
yeah, then.
I mean, it only has to last maybe 1 hour today and tomorrow. Should be alright. I mean, it's pretty thick aluminium. So yeah, ingenious solution. Like I mentioned before, this place literally just around the corner from Snetterton on the compound, and they rent out the DB killers. Unfortunately, mine would not fit to my fancy teardrop exhaust, so we just decided to make a plate like that. I've been here before, apparently 4 years ago, when I was stuck with a tow eye, and this gentleman very kindly just welded one up, and look at this. I mean, I want to say all the gear, no idea, but clearly man has all the ideas. So ha! Look at that. Theoretically, that should solve all the problems, because the exhaust noise cannot just sort of come out. It will come from the side, and then the flow of air will push it out. So it's very neat, and I really like this. So thank you, Pit Stop. Let's go and get it noise tested. So just been noise tested, 90 decibel. For some reason, one more up from before. No idea how that works, but they said fine, go and test it, see if it worked. So I am happy to announce that this might have worked. I mean, you can see the energy of the exhaust gas. Look, not only it bent this thing a little bit, but also all pitted and stuff like that, and the pain. But saying that, I don't care about this, because obviously we're going Kevlar, replacing this whole thing, and then need to rework the exhaust and make sure that it's not as loud for next season. Yeah, the day is almost over. Nigel is almost done repairing his amazing machinery. You winning, guys?
We are. We had a spare wheel there in, so we've just fitted that.
You see, a smart guy brings spares to a truck day. I don't bring anything.
I bring everything.
You're literally like
If I just hold this for like 20 seconds.
So long as you bring it back when you're finished.
Eddie. It's better to have and not need than need and not have. I guess I am a bit like that. I just don't have any spares. Like nothing would fit. I suppose. Anyways, maybe for the next.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know if I need to wrap this up here or not. Actually, I'm not wrapping this one up, because this is basically a video about the time logger thingy. So now let's see what's on the inside when I unbox it. So time to look what's inside the box. This is how it comes from Taiwan. I believe this is where it is being produced, and there is none in the UK just yet. This is the first limited edition version. It's always nice to receive a box like this, because you know, when you pay decent money, I think it's $450, $500, you want it to be wrapped up nice. So let's have a look. So this is your lap timer as it comes. They say it's a large large screen. You know, the jury's still out on that. So it's 3.5 inch. my phone is bigger. But saying all that, I don't believe that you actually need a really big screen for this purpose. Also in the box you have a USB-C cable, you have a protective pouch. I didn't open it yet, but it's like a rubberized gorilla case, if you will, or something like that. And then you have your warranty card, your other bits and pieces, and a very nice sticker. GT, yeah, you can put it on your car and pretend that you're a race car driver. Inside this box, this is a specific mount for the windscreen. So it's basically a suction mount that you attach to the windscreen, and this thing has a 1/4 inch thread. This is basically standard between any camera, really. And then you screw it in at the bottom or on the side, and it'll actually quick release, and you stick it onto the thing. As you've seen from the video, I have not used this because I have plenty of other sort of mounts. Anything with a 1/4 inch will work absolutely fine. So here's the little gizmo. It weighs absolutely nothing. Let's power this on. So it comes on, and another thing that I don't like about this, and I mean, come on guys, it's not like it's really essential, don't get me wrong, but it's 2022, it's almost 2023, and it's still not, it's not a touchscreen. So you have 4 buttons, up and left, right, which are not very intuitive. It takes a little bit of time to get used to, but I'm sure you know what I mean by, you press the wrong one and it goes up, down, or whatever. But at the end of the day, it's not really a smartphone where you need to do all this. So once you sort of check your stuff, it's all good. So this thing has a Bluetooth connection and a Wi-Fi connection. As far as I understand now, Bluetooth is the one that connects to your phone, so you can sort of do everything you do with it and stuff. And when you connect to the Wi-Fi, this is when you can download all the data from it onto your computer or your phone or whatnot. So they don't work simultaneously. Then obviously you have a settings tab with lots of settings. You can change all the units, metrics, time, speedometer, speed, power saving modes, and blah 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 blah. Wireless. So then you have your GLONASS, where you have status, cold, whatever. This is 25 Hz refresh rate, and it's quite incredible. I'll show you in a second why I think it's quite incredible. Application, logger, circuit, drag. So I basically used circuit mode, and then you can have a custom race, a practice prediction, blah, 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 blah. All very interesting, something you would expect from a device of this sort of stature. It finds the circuit you're on automatically, so you don't really need to sort of go through the database. And as far as I can tell, it literally has every single circuit, even circuits from the very unpopular country at the moment. It literally has all of the ones. I had a look and I'm like, wow, okay. So all the UK, all the American ones, all the German, France, Belgium, everything is there. So how they accomplished it, I'm not quite sure. Must have taken them a while. So then you can look at your history here. So for example, circuit race, we did it in November, and then it gives you a very nice calendar that you can go by. I only did it on the first day, which is the 8th. GBR, Snetterton 3, your best time. Then you go into that and you basically have your basic sort of time. So let's have a look at the best lap. We press at the best lap and it gives you sort of your delta, whatnot. You can't really see incredible amount of information from the screen. Basically just your sort of top speeds, and you can't really sort of move. And also you have your sort of map, which I'm not quite sure what good this is going to do to you, where you can't really move your cursor. Or maybe you can, but I just haven't figured it out. But it comes really interesting because once you download everything onto your phone, you have the app Q. So once you're in the app, you can see there's a lot of things. You can have your leaderboard table and everything. I mean, it will take time to go through everything. I don't have time or patience. The main things are here, that you go into your profile and then into history, and you can download your session by pressing this button at the top, and then boom, once you've downloaded your data, you can press on it, and this is actually the cool thing. Again, I can't really figure out how to sort of go into a lot of detail on these sort of analytics side of things, but looking at this basic sort of speed, time, and the map and the line you've taken, I think that's incredibly well sort of put together. And it looks to be extremely accurate, because I remember how I took this lap, and I remember all the sort of missed apexes and stuff, and they're literally on there. But the cool thing is that you can also, you have your web-based application. Can you see it? Probably should do a screen share. But you can see where you have this lab. So we click on that, Snetterton 300 circuit, and this is basically web-based. So once you download all the information from your phone, it beams everything to the cloud, and it's there. So you can actually access it anywhere you like. And again, we can press on this and then press replay, for example, and voila, should show you pretty much the same thing that you see on your phone, but you can see on your screen, I think. Yeah, well, it doesn't show you the map for some reason. I'm not sure why it doesn't do that. Maybe you need to show track map. Okay, interesting. For some reason I thought that this would actually show you the actual map like you can see on the phone, but it doesn't do it in here. Maybe it can, maybe it can't, maybe you just need to, yeah, adjust it. Anyways, this is not the full extent of it. What else we have here is you can have a proper analyzing application, which is called where is this? Q Racing Pro PC software, and that software theoretically would be the same as you use for AIM or other sort of proper analytics software. I don't need to download it. I don't need to show you because I'm sure it's complicated, and I never even got on board with the old AIM software because obviously we weren't racing. I just wanted to test out sort of the accuracy and everything, and I'm sure you can figure it out by yourself. But yeah, there's 3 applications, well, 3 ways of looking at stuff. Well, maybe 4, actually, yeah, 4, because you can look it on your screen on this thing, you can look on your phone, you can look on a web-based app, which you can access with a laptop while you're there, or your tablet or whatever, and you can have a proper standalone system that you analyze your circuits. Yeah, guys, that's pretty much it from the unboxing. I have to say that the battery is amazing because this thing has not been charged since September, and I had a look at it before and it lasted a day and it's still showing like 70% left. So I'm pretty sure that on a single charge it would probably last a full day. But again, it has a USB port, so you can plug it in and it can be sort of hardwired. Yeah. And of course, I almost forgot that I will leave all the links in the description where you can buy yours. I'm not even sure if I'm getting any commission, to be honest with you, just looking through the emails. But that's not really the point. The point was when they sent me the email, said, would you like to test it? I was actually quite intrigued because I know a lot of people talk about different lap timers and whatnot, and this is something new on the market. And, you know, I'm a YouTuber, so a little bit more content. So don't care if you buy one or if you don't buy one, but if you do decide to buy one, please do use my link in the description. Simples.